interview and aptitude have to be taken in a composite manner?
I say this. How a natural ability can be assessed? Kindly visualize.
You tell us.
Yes. I say that if a test is exclusively for a test for judging natural ability, then you kill the naturality of it. Kindly think over it. Lordships are testing the lawyers. Whether lordships require a separate test for the lawyers to understand the natural ability to communicate, or that is in the process in
Mr. Dhar, primary teacher applicants, they will understand so much. Your interviewers will answer.
This is nothing.
You are asking us to go into the issue, the manner in which you understand the definition.
I'm saying that
it's unfortunate.
No, I'm not.
You are bringing in points which your board interviewers did not have that amount of intelligence, so to say, as you are arguing in this matter.
No.
You are just because you are the arguing counsel.
No.
Whichever things you
they understood it.
My conscience.
They understood it correctly, but they were not able to communicate it. They may not be able to say that as I am saying.
So you cannot communicate afresh on their part.
No, I will not communicate.
Please don't do it. You restrict yourself on the ground of challenge.
I am restricting, my lord. I am not making submissions which are not relevant. Kindly visualize this. Lordship has seen in the judgment anywhere that word natural has been used by the Honorable Single Judge.
Don't do post question to us. You make your argument.
But I say that, sorry, that was my mistake. Sorry, extremely sorry. But the Honorable Single Judge, sometimes, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have. But the Honorable Single Judge in the entire judgment has not used the very definition of aptitude test. Two things are different. Assessment of aptitude test not done is one thing. An aptitude test has to be a completely separate test altogether is a different thing.
So you say they are intermingled?
Yes, because I also give an answer. Because preservation of the naturality. My lord, when someone is answering questions, kindly look at this way, my lord. There has to be certain amount of subjectiveness, or I can use arbitrariness. Subjectiveness is a better word. When a question is asked on geography, on history, on English, on anything else, if the answer happened to be the same, like a quiz contest, but how that answer is given, if the persons who are taking the interview, if they understand it, that's the natural ability. They would be the best person to assess it. Therefore, there has to be an assessment. Absolutely right, the Honorable Single Judge on that. But to say that, no, there should be a separate test altogether, like a separate day, separate test, that is incorrect.
That the court has not said. Separate day it should be held, it has not.
Court has said there was no aptitude test.
That is one thing of it. Aptitude has to be taken in a separate date. This was never the picture.
But that the lordship, kindly take it.
Judge proceeded on the basis that when there are two faculties of mark giving,
lordship may be shocked in the process that the Honorable Single Judge has proceeded. Kindly come to page 615. A person was called, his English was not good, and the judge terminated his service there and there by a judicial order. At least in my last 28 years of practice, I have never ever come across this. Do I need to spend one sentence to say that this is so unjust? A person who is not a petitioner, who is not a candidate, who is nobody, he is called, his English was poor. So how many of us would actually lose our license?
The ground of challenge. That is not the ground of challenge.
Need not be. But that's the basis of 615.
Don't go into the conduct and the manner it was done.
I am not going. Kindly come to 600.
Well, you point out the action, all right.
Yes.
Please don't go.
But that has been taken note of. Kindly take it.
The court had been unreasonable according to you. Finished?
No,
It had been
well, if it is,
person doesn't know English, if he said that, go, I am terminating your...
if I finish in that way, then I actually finish. I'm trying to survive.
What?
Kindly have some mercy also on us. There are two sides. There are both sides of a story. Possible that my story is not good enough.
Yes.
Kindly take 650.
It is out.
Kindly take 2 notes. There were 700 interviewers.
700 interviewers.
Total, approximately.
Where did you get that figure from?
I don't have, but I don't think.
Nowhere it is there. Yes.
There has to be a number, but Lordship, for understanding that 30 of the...
Which page you are referring? Page?
Page 615. 30 persons were called.
615.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, Lordship may kindly first mark, I have calculated who said what, and what I have found out of 30, going by the exactly recording of the judge, out of 30, 13 said no aptitude test. Kindly take number 1. Did he say that there was no assessment of the aptitude, natural ability? He didn't say so. He said there was no aptitude test because any common persons will understand aptitude test itself as if a separate test. So out of 30, 13% said no aptitude test. Kindly come to serial number 16. That's the reason I said this. Serial number 16 was Mr. Tushar Kanti Das, the unfortunate gentleman whose English was poor. By a judicial order, he lost his service. And that is not, and that is page 616. Can you see? The recording is evidence on the real question was not taken for special reason. Most likely, Lordship will kindly take my serial number 16. Tushar Kanti Das, what is the evidence on the real question was not taken for special reason. Lordship has seen that. Now kindly see what is the reason, page 537.
Yes.
The reason was this teacher understands very little. He is a teacher of a secondary school. Kindly see, I find him wholly unfit for teaching job in a school. He has clearly stated that he does not know English. I do not know how he will develop teaching ability. Incidentally, he was a game teacher. Ability to teach a student. Hence, I recommend the West Bengal Board of Secondary Education to terminate the job of the deponent forthwith. If I have to spend one more sentence on this to say this is injustice, I feel extremely sad about it. A witness, no way connected with the case, was not able to, in fact, I got the judgment by the Honorable Supreme Court saying if somebody is not good in English, do not deprecate that. We are living in a federal structure. There are villages. Not everyone gets an urban education. And there we have...
What you are meaning to say, Mr.
I am meaning to say that...
That the judge was unreasonable. What is your argument, sir?
But do I have to... I say this. Yes, I borrow your lordship's word.
So if you say that this is an unreasonability, all right.
There is an unreasonability of a...
If for unreasonability you go for a predisposition.
No.
Then it becomes a...
May I say, what I say, can you see? I say that on a scale of unreasonability of 0 to 1000, it falls under category of 900 and plus. Had it been an unreasonableness of 0 to 100, possibly I would have ignored it.
Understand the backdrop in which it is being...
He is not a candidate. He is not a corrupt person.
How does that affect you?
it affects, kindly come to 615.
Somebody has given me less numbers in the examination. If that is challenge.
No.
If the principal of the school is sent for termination, what effect does it have?
Yeah, explain how. Affectation is this. I decide the rules. I decide what should be the question. I don't read to see. I forget about the naturality of the test. So I ask a question, was there an aptitude test? So that is a fundamentally flawed question.
Very good. That will be your argument.
Now, while I do
fundamentally flawed questions were put to the interviewers. Finished.
Well, it is.
You see the conduct of the judge. Why, for that reason, one word person terminated, not knowing English is not a requirement. I will cite Supreme Court judgments. So that is beyond the scope and ambit of this matter. Sorry, but we are expressing ourselves.
No, that is the best way to express. Well,
it is not that we are shunning you out from the.
No, I understand. Well, I understand. There is absolutely no difficulty. I say this.
Yes.
That kindly look at this and kindly connect the dots.
Citing these problems in.
Yes, I'm connecting.
There is your argument.
Yes. My argument is this: 30% were called. Now, out of 30. It is only 13 said no aptitude test. What about the 17? Why the Honorable Single Judge did not say anything about the 17? So therefore, first I take it from 700. It is my own sample. It is my own question. And it is also my own angle and perception I am putting into the whole perspective and say this is a corruption. I could have understood that the Honorable Single Judge said out of 30, 17 of them. Kindly look at their deposition. I have read each of the depositions.
Yes.
This is, where is the deposition? 615. Yes. Kindly see the serial number 2. Aptitude test was taken. Why the Honorable Single Judge, my question is this, did not give any reliance on serial number 2? Even going by the pure mathematics also, he is ignoring the majority. Kindly see serial number 4. Aptitude test was taken, but no separate question for interview or aptitude test. Fundamentally, what I am trying to say. One interview, in the interview assessment of aptitude, natural ability and nothing else, not a separate test. Kindly see serial number 6, aptitude test was taken. Kindly see serial number 10, aptitude test was taken, but no guideline was there. Then serial number 12, interview was for 10 marks, but said aptitude was taken. Serial number 14, aptitude test was taken. No guidelines were given. Serial number 16, that gentleman who lost service.
Come to rule 4, sub-rule 5.
Yes.
With the approval, got it?
Yes, I'm coming.
Place it.
Rule 4,
sub-rule 5. Any such modality or procedure or guideline was framed?
Well, here, Lordship is referring with prior approval of the state government.
The board shall have the following power.
To lay down the modalities, procedures or guidelines as the case may be.
Or any modalities laid down. Do you know that?
But here I have submission. Kindly consider.
No, we are asking, do you know any such modality has been laid down?
From the evidence, I find no.
We are not on that. We are saying, yes, any such modality was there.
But there was a guideline sent to the interviewers, those who are interviewed from the board.
Where is that? That is not on record.
Not on record. Not on record. But there is, I've seen, I can show it to your Lordship. All right.
But Lordship may kindly, but I have one Lordship may kindly consider this. I thought it has If someone has to decide the natural ability, is it not very intangible?
Yes.
Because that would depend on the emotional quotient of the persons. Because can we visualize that how a person would be able to teach in a natural way? Meaning thereby how one person's possibly, this is purely my subjective understanding, whose sayings would be more like a storyteller, so that children would actually listen, because storytelling is the best way of absorbing. That even the science also recognizes that. So
Yes.
can there be any guideline to assess that? Answer could be yes, answer could be no. But having participated, I don't need to say any sentence on that, in 2016, in 2022 saying there was no guideline for that, but learned judge, the order is based on not on that. Learned judge is, there was no aptitude test. So my first submission is, even the evidence of the honorable judge, majority said there was aptitude test, and those who did say there was no aptitude test, it is my explanations, they understood aptitude it to be a separate test.
All right.
So for me, of a question possibly should have been whether there was any assessment. But this is
Assessment of natural ability.
yes. Which I feel, I don't know, I tried also that if someone tells me, how do you assess about any of your juniors, whether he has a natural ability to express better? How do I assess it? I assess in my everyday life, when I talk to him, whatever I do, because that's a very intangible thing. Lordships also do that. Somebody might have a good understanding of law, but lordships, in a very intangible process, assess the natural ability of someone who tells whatever thing.
Yes.
Well, my third point, huge absurd marking.
Pardon?
Huge absurd marking.
You put it here.
Yes, that is in the note also. I'm coming to.
Yes.
This is at page 3. Well, before I say anything on that, kindly visualize this. I believe, my lord, in this courtroom now, approximately, I don't know, maybe 100 persons are there. It could be huge because in every matter, not so many persons remain. But the same persons in Eden Gardens, it's not huge, it's negligible. So what the honorable judge has done, he has expressed his perception without the perspective.
Oh.
I have taken the exact figures of the honorable judge. Honorable judge's finding is about 5,000 persons got more marks in the orally and they were not good in academics. I will give the figures.
5,000.
I have exactly calculated. I found it was
In the order.
The first paragraph.
in paragraph 14. Lordship, kindly come to paragraph 14.
Yes.
May I just place this part? Now I give example of a candidate before giving a table prepared from the document on record.
They are 33 persons.
Yes.
53 persons, sorry.
No, I don't take 53. I take the full. These figures have been taken from page 238 to 358. And I have calculated the entire figure becomes entire examination 5,216 persons were academically poor. That's from record. Lordship will get it from page 238, because the Honorable Single Judge has taken a sample from that, the whole figure in the entire examinations out of 42,000 from 12 lakhs.
12 lakhs was what?
Sorry, not 12 lakhs.
1 lakh 20.
Sorry, 1 lakh 25. Sorry.
Matters.
Out of 42,000.
Sorry. Sorry. There was.
Once questions are put to you, you become temperament changes. Why, Mr. Dhar?
I shouldn't.
You are not.
I repent. I repent.
I prick you.
I repent.
Will prick you. So that you
No, I repent.
right.
I realized. And
We have a right to do that.
true.
Because we are in the same.
No, because no, I don't know. By saying more sorry will not do.
It's always there. We were also on the other side of the.
And sometimes what happens,
No, don't tense yourself.
I understand, true. But sometimes this process, what happens, my lord, may I say this? This is 30 seconds digression.
Huh?
30-second digressions.
That is
My
because
lord, no matter how much we put an effort, maybe we become expert also, sometimes maybe we also are so emotional being.
No.
Shouldn't. Yes, shouldn't.
Yes, page 238 will show us.
Yes. Page 238.